I remember coming in from 7th grade, and I told my high school coach, I said, I don't care who won state last year. I am winning state all 4 years. I won state all 4 years, and I still have all the Illinois state records.
Dang.
I didn't have to run the 400 until junior year. And I remember him telling me, Coach Calhoun, he was like, if you want to get faster in that 200, get faster in your 100, get stronger in your 2, get stronger in your long jump. He said, you're going to have to run this 400.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And so for me, it was, okay, I want to get faster. I want to get stronger. So I'm not going to say it was a sacrifice, but I'm going to man up, woman up, and do what I need to do so I can get faster and get stronger. You have to be willing to do what it takes, not in a crazy, psychotic, or like stepping over people, but internally. Do what it takes to get the job done. And so having my mom, having those sports, having those coaches, it's like now in life, I'm just like, okay, no, I have to do what it takes to get, like, you gonna have to step up, and you may have to do something you didn't want to do. Don't depend on someone to do something for you that you can do yourself. And that has stuck with me. So I'm just like, okay, that doesn't mean that you're not down to collaborate. You're not a team player. But just know, if it needs to get done, if worse comes to worse, if it needs to get done, I'm going to do it. East Austin has dealt with so many systemic racism, setbacks for decades, for years. And so the people that have lived in these communities for years have spoken up, and their voices have not been heard. I want people to have voices. I want people to be able to stand in their truth. I want people to feel good in their bodies. I want people to be confident. So I think definitely one of my life's purposes is to help people find their voice.
Oh, bring us in. Bring us in. It's the stats. Oh.
Girl, no!
I fumbled the bag. No, my bad. Bring us in. I'll be quiet.
Alex and E, I own the scene. Alex and E, I own the scene. We about to be serene. I don't know. This is the best. I'm not a rapper. I know. Let me see what to say. Don't quit your day job.
Don't quit your day job.
I can be a really good hype
Keep
man.
working out.
Hype man.
Welcome back to the Stats to Assets podcast. My name is Coach E, and today I'm sitting here with a longtime friend, clearly 20 years-ish, a fellow Longhorn, an entrepreneur, a professional track and field athlete, awesome person, a leader of the community. I'm sitting here with one of my friends, Alexandria Anderson.
What's up, E's World?
What's up, Alex? Welcome to the show.
Yes.
How are you? What's up? What's going on?
I am doing what your grandmother used to say, blessed and highly favored.
Blessed and highly favored.
But on a much realer note, I'm doing okay. Today was the results of the 2024 election. And I know I'm not going to say a lot of people, because some people are, happy about the results and the outcome. But for me personally, it's a little bit disappointing. Still trying to process it all. And I don't know, that the athlete in me just kicked in. So everybody was like, how you feeling? I was like, I'm fired up.
Yeah. It's game time.
It's game time.
What you doing?
But I am holding space for friends and family members and, everyone that just to see and process this at their own pace. And I'm still processing, but I'm just too at the same time. Like we were speaking earlier, I said, my coaches have told me for years to have short-term memory in the sense of we all are going to go through losses. We're all going to experience things that we don't want to experience, and being able to navigate that, not get stuck in it, being honest with yourself, being realistic, reflection is key, and just moving through that space. But then I'm just like, okay, it's work to be done. And I think it kind of gets me, I'm fired up because I believe like winning, change is not comfortable. It's never going to be comfortable, but it's inevitable. And it's like, how do I then move? How do I look to embrace that?
Yeah.
So being up for the challenge. So I'm prepared for that.
You prepare for it. And like athletics, you just got to be prepared for anything. It's always changing. The game plan always changes.
Always changes.
The field always changes. So, I was disappointed about the results for sure. But also it's like, I don't know. I felt like Trump might have won, was going to win. Mm-hmm. Because just off of like, the first time he was running for presidency or office, I didn't think he was going to win at all. I was like, who is this guy? He's I don't know, business person, or I thought of him as a TV person, celebrity. Yeah. I was like, they're not letting celebrities in the White House. Boom, he's in the White House.
We're allowing criminals in the White House.
We're allowing criminals in the White House. So, I didn't think it was going to be, it was a big landslide, right? Like, or not so much.
I'm not sure.
Okay.
I think it was, I think numbers are still going. I think it's like 277 to 223 or something of that. But it's like you think of these things and, you think of people who have worked their entire lives to get where they're going. And for someone to just, I'm not going to say come out of the blue, but come out of the blue and be able to, maneuver. And so it's insightful. What definitely happened yesterday and today should give people insight into how we're moving if they already haven't seen how the world is. And I think it helps people to just like slow down and think about that. Think about how are we collectively looking at our fellow human beings. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Are you worried about safety at all, being in the States?
No, I'm from Chicago.
Well, there you have it. Just make sure I'm with you when it all goes down. Be like, where Alex at? Where the crew? Okay.
No. I don't move in a space of fear. The way I was just raised is like, no. So, will people probably act a fool? I hope not. Mm-hmm. I hope no one gets hurt or to me it's like we shouldn't be in a space, and I grew up, my parents told me we can agree to disagree. But my disagreement does not have to lead to something that becomes like physical, or if I'm frustrated or can't articulate how I'm feeling. So for me, when it leads to stuff of something like that, it's like, okay, what was triggering? How am I processing this? Why did this happen? But no, to answer your question, no, I'm not worried about my fear.
Chi-Town in the house. I love it.
No.
I love it.
No.
All right, I got a question for you.
Yeah. Let's shoot.
What is your life's purpose? What do you feel like your life's purpose is? Can you describe that to us?
That's a loaded question.
What you got?
My life's purpose is to be authentically me. Mm-hmm. I've always been someone, and I don't know if this is just Aquarius. I love astrology, so I may throw this in a lot. But someone who's seen as an outsider, or someone who's always rooting for the underdog, or like people say, the little man. I feel like my life's purpose is to be able to help people and empower them. Mm-hmm. And even with the work that I do now, whether it's with my business or in the community, I want people to have voices. I want people to be able to stand in their truth. I want people to feel good in their bodies. I want people to be confident. Mm-hmm. So I think definitely one of my life's purposes is to help people find their voice.
Can you talk about some of the ways you've been serving people have their voice and be confident? You have a business. You're doing a lot of things in the community. Can you just talk about what you got going on?
Yeah. So where do I start? Can we go way back?
Way back. Yeah, we can go way back. Where you going way back?
I went to childhood, and I'm not gonna stay that long.
That's fine.
Have to, because anytime I think of like why I am or who I am, the person I am today, is because I had amazing parents who allowed me to question and was like, don't be afraid to ask why.
Okay.
Or don't go along with just what's happening. And so I think that is where it started, where it was like, okay, they're looking and instilling in me to be independent, to, I'm not going to say march to my own beat, but march to my own beat. Mm-hmm. And because of that has trickled on into basically my whole entire life. I look to empower, if we're talking about for my business, I look to empower people from the mindset of what I had when I was an athlete. I was someone who was always interested in the body. I originally wanted to be a doctor. And so for me, it was, how can I share the knowledge that I learned as an athlete, professional and in collegiate, and share that knowledge with the individuals that I work through on a day-to-day basis that won't see the track, won't probably compete, but they just want to move. They want to feel powerful. They want to run with their grandson. They want to go and be active with their significant other. And so I move through that space of having my clients know what their muscles are. Mm-hmm. Don't just point to be like, oh, this is behind my leg. No, we gonna know the names. We're gonna know how the body is intricately tied into each other. You're gonna know the planes. You're gonna know your complementary muscles. You're gonna know your small muscles. You need to know your bigger muscles. You need to know, you're like, my low back is tight or my piriformis is tight. Well, let's tackle, or my knee is bothering me. Okay, mm-hmm. Let's look to tackle the hamstring and the calf muscle, or let's look to see if the hip is out of alignment. Things of that nature, to where you are then becoming in tune with your body and you're owning your body and just not moving through space and every day and just like, I'm just going to work out. I'm just going to live. No, what is your purpose? Why are you looking to move? So when you asked me earlier about what's the purpose, your purpose, I want them to know what their purpose is when you're coming in and you're working with me. I live in East Austin, and for those who may not be from Austin that may be listening to your podcast, East Austin has dealt with so many systemic racism, setbacks for decades, for years. And so the people that have lived in these communities for years have spoken up. Mm-hmm. And their voices have not been heard, to the point where when I became involved in my neighborhood association or would go to meetings, people were like, I'm like, hey, I'm going down to city council to speak. And they're like, well, I'm not going to go. We've been talking for years and no one's listening to us. And I'm just like, come with me. And I was, and that may have been the case, but it's like, you still have to like push through. And so I think it's new blood and new energy, bringing that type of awareness and letting people know, like, it's levels to things. And the time or the space where you feel like your voice isn't being heard, or you want to give up, that's the time when you have to dig in deeper. So I think it's giving people permission and guidance and a boost to be able to stay in that space and move. So it's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard because we've all been there. We all want to give up. We may be bogged down. We may feel like the system's not listening to me, or the people that I have in office, or the individuals that are the powers that be aren't listening to me. But that's when you have to like dig in and continue to do the work and keep going, just like we were talking about earlier, Offset.
Hey, are you a creator or artist that travels the world a lot for your events and workshops? If you want to travel less in your career, or are just tired of having one income that someone else controls, and you're ready to build a business that is 100% yours, that you can scale while traveling anytime, then the Creator to Coach Club is for you. Imagine 90 days from now, you've launched your first product, created a high-ticket coaching program, built an online community, and scaling your business to your first $5K, $10K, or even $15,000 a month in recurring revenue, all while traveling the world, doing your events. In the Creator to Coach Club, I'm helping experts like yourself turn their expertise into consistent, scalable income. This is the perfect course and community to help you transition from creator to coach and build a thriving online business. Inside, you'll get access to a step-by-step course, resources, and group coaching designed to help you launch a signature program, online community, and digital products. Also, I'm going to teach you how to make money with affiliate marketing in your niche. So you're going to launch your first product in 30 days and scale your business in the following 60 days. No fluff, no overwhelm, just straight up valuable action steps to take that anybody can do. Start today, download my free 10-step community launch guide, and see exactly how you can build your community in 2025. The link is in the video description below. Let's go. Yep. What kind of doctor did you want to be?
I wanted to be a plastic surgeon. I was going to hook all my friends up.
Crazy.
I was going to be like, no, I did. This is the thing. I love the body. So even when I finished running, I was like, okay, what do I want to do? I was playing with the idea of going back to school and going back to UT. And I was like, okay, I can go back to UT. I can do the prereqs. Mm-hmm. And then I can go and do I was like, maybe I'll do PA school. That's 3 years. And then you do your residency. And I was like, shit, I'm going to be 50.
50, for real.
By the time I'm able to practice and do this. And I was like, what other way, with the knowledge that I've known and the experience that I've gained over the years, what other way can I then navigate to help people in the health and wellness industry?
Mm-hmm. And then, is that why you started your training business?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Talk a little bit about that.
So it's Essential Fitness ATX. It's my little baby. I love it. People are like, you should expand it. I was like, I don't know. But I do a lot of one-on-one, small group. I started out doing first your bigger group trainings, meditation, health coaching, nutrition coaching. I got my yoga, so I can do any and everything. And it's very selected. The programs are specific and selected to the individual of their needs and what they want. So my youngest that I work with is 25. My oldest is 80.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I like my older people.
Yeah.
A lot. But that's a huge range. That's where you're dealing with someone who is very, I'm not gonna say in the prime of their life, but definitely in a great stage in their life, and someone where it's like mobility, stability, balance, are tending to, I'm not gonna say dwindle, but it's definitely challenging. So I've been doing that now since, when did I retire? Was it 2017? And I started in 2018.
Okay. It's about the same time as me, having to take the kicks off, 2018.
Yeah. And yeah, I was, too, and for me, deciding to, put the shoes on the rack, or put the shoes,
hang the shoes up.
Hang the shoes up.
I think that's what they say.
Hang the shoes up. For me, it wasn't a hard decision.
Okay.
it was one where I was just like, I've been running since I was 6. I have had a great career. I've been able to travel the world. There are definitely ways in my career when I was like, wish I would have done more, competed more, but I don't think I would be where I am today or would have learned what I know or know what I know right now if I didn't go through that. Mm-hmm. And it gives me perspective. And I was just like, I'm ready for a new chapter.
Yep. So how many years were you professional?
8.
8, okay.
And that's long for track.
Yeah. What's the average?
I want to say
career?
One,
a sprinter too.
Being a sprinter for a major shoe company, being a sprinter who has been able to be part of many teams, like that's not heard of. Mm-hmm. And I'm not sure if basketball is like the same, but there's a new sprinter like every year. It's people rolling out of college.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, every year. And so to have that longevity was a blessing. And to be able to have the choice to say, hey, I don't want to do this anymore. Because not everyone has that choice. Some people are either injury gets them or finances get them or some people just don't know when to stop and you're like, it's time.
It's time.
It's time. Ooh. But to be able to have that choice, I appreciate that it was done on my terms.
Mm-hmm. Just for anybody that doesn't know who you are, so we've been talking about your professional career. Can you give like just a background of track and field, you were highly recruited, right?
Yeah, I was number 1 coming out of high school.
Booyah!
From Chicago, Illinois.
Number 1 out of high school.
Yeah, and this is crazy because everybody either thought I was from Texas or California. I was like, is this where the only fast people are?
That's where the runners at.
I was like, no, I'm from Chicago. They was like, stop lying. They were like, where your family from? It's like, I'm from Chicago, but to be,
That's crazy.
Yeah, I remember a lot of the women back then were, girls, but a lot of the women that I ran against were from Texas or California or Florida or Arizona.
Okay.
Or like Mississippi. So to be from the Midwest where it snows most of the time.
Yeah.
And I remember in high school, our first couple of outdoor meets, I had to wear a turtleneck and tights underneath my uniform and gloves and have either like the little
what do you call them?
Earmuffs.
Smoking people.
But this is the thing. I attribute that to the longevity of my career. I attribute that to being able to compete in any type of weather. Mm-hmm. So it didn't matter if it was rain, snow, sleet.
Yeah.
Like, that affects some people.
Yeah, for sure.
And especially if you grew up in a hot state, you go somewhere, you're like, this is cold. I'm like, this is amazing. My body is feeling good. So
yeah, that's crazy.
Being able to do that. Yeah.
For sure. That's cool. Number 1 out of high school.
Number 1 out of college.
Well, shoot. I didn't even know who my friend was. Number 1 out of college.
Yeah.
What?
My college career was interesting. It was a lot of ebbs and flows, and I definitely learned a lot. And I was speaking to one of my clients earlier today, and I said, it was like, how do you feel about the election? I was like, this election reminds me of my junior year of college, my 3rd year, where it was the Olympic trials, Olympic Games, and expected to do more and didn't do more. And so you take time to sit down and reflect. And I was like, I came in number 1. And I remember telling my coach this. I texted her. I was like, I came in number 1. And I was like, I'm not leaving. I am leaving number 1. Mm-hmm. So, and she said, enjoy your summer. Because once you come back to school, we hitting it hard. I was like, I'm ready. Mm-hmm. And having to train, doing extra core, going for extra runs, watching what, not watching what you eat, but being mindful of how you're bringing energy into your body, taking care of your body, going to do extra core in the weight room. You remember Bruce?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bruce, of course. Yeah.
Doing extra work with Bruce and extra work with Lee and
McCormick.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I was like, no, I'm not leaving.
Yeah.
I'm leaving number one. I came in number one. That makes no sense to me. Mm-hmm. And being that determined and that driven. And I think that is still, that's never going to go away.
Okay. Have you always been that driven and determined, ambitious? Or did you have to, did you have to work for that quality?
Yeah. Like, what I had was definitely a God-given talent, but that only takes you so far. My grandmother used to say, to whom much is given, much is required. And I still live by that today, even when I move and do things in the community. It's like, I think of being able to own my own business and having that flexibility to be able to move my schedule to go speak at City Hall, and knowing that my neighbors or people that I work with or know in the community aren't able to do that because they're teachers, so they would have to, half a day. So understanding that, but yes, I've always been someone who's been ambitious and driven, and I'm like, my parents, they raised me that way. Mm-hmm. It was, you don't depend on someone to do something for you that you can do yourself. And that has stuck with me. So I'm just like, okay, that doesn't mean that you're not down to collaborate. You're not a team player. But just know, if it needs to get done, if worse comes to worse, if it needs to get done, I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
And so I've always wanted to aspire and to be the best. Like, remember we talked about earlier, it's like, you're not training to lose.
Right. Nah, we're not doing all this to lose.
You're not training to just train.
Yeah.
Like, you want to be the best. That's why I came down to University of Texas. I remember, it was volleyball season. I was like, we were undefeated all 4 years. I was like, I'm not missing volleyball season. So I was like, I'm minimizing how many visits I take. So I was like, it was between it was here in UCLA. And like I said, I wanted to be a doctor. And UCLA had a good team. They had an amazing coach, Jeanette. And so I said I wanted to train with the best. And I think it was before I took my visit, UT had just won indoor. And I was so hyped for them. And they called me. And I was like, yes, this is so exciting. So when I came from my visit, had a blast. Were you on a visit? Were we around the same time?
I don't know.
I don't remember. But I do remember saying, okay, in order to be the best Alexandria, you're going to have to train with the best. And that can be tough and challenging and scary for some. And it was, even for me, it was a little bit scary. But I was like, okay, put your big girl draws on. If you want to be the best, you're going to have to train with the best. You're going to have to do that. So it's that sacrifice of doing that.
Yeah, I agree with that. That's kind of the same mindset I had going into college. I was looking at what upperclassmen I would be able to play with. How long would I be able to play with them, right? I got to play with Tiffany Jackson from Dallas for 2 years. Nina Norman, one year, really good point guard from Houston. And so I was coming in with a team. Like, I was coming in with, I think it was 6 of us. 3 of us were McDonald's All-Americans, top 24 high school girl basketball players in the U.S., North America, the U.S. and Canada, I think, is included. And so, like, I knew I needed to be around higher talent, or at least the same, but like different skills, you know? And that is scary for people to choose that. And I think a lot of athletes may not choose that. They want to be comfortable when they go to the next level. But if you really want to go to the next level, you need that boost and that help, because they're going to get you fast. For me, they got me where I needed to be faster, because I'm trying to keep up with them.
Yeah.
I'm trying to beat them in practice.
Yeah.
I'm a freshman.
You like, I'm going to take somebody's spot on this relay.
I'm taking somebody 2 minutes.
Yes!
Listen, I don't care. I'm a freshman. I'm getting 2 minutes from somebody.
You like, I'm
going to get 1 from you, 1 from you, 5 from you. Oh, you don't even rebound. I'm about to rebound. I got 6 right now.
Let me see whose spot I can get on this relay.
Exactly.
I remember coming in from 7th grade, and I told my high school coach,
Hey, if you're looking to boost your income this year or land a high-paying remote job, I say break into tech. Course Careers is your best bet to make this happen. Course Careers has the best self-paced, affordable programs and boot camps in the tech space by far. You can look at roles like tech sales. The salaries are starting at $70K, IT roles from $60,000 to $80,000, software development with a $70,000 or more salary, and even data analytics starting at $60K. They also offer human resources, accounting, and digital marketing, all without a degree or prior experience. And remember though, these salaries are just starter salaries. So get your foot in the door and build a career in tech with the potential to make over $100,000 salaries. You'll learn in-demand skills for the role that you choose. You'll get a video course, a dedicated coach that you can ask questions to, a Discord community, and interview question prep, resume review, and your resume will be seen by Course Careers partner companies before you even put in an application on LinkedIn or Indeed or any other sites. So invest in yourself and in your future. In just a few months, you can transition into a flexible remote career that fits your lifestyle and your goals. Click the link in the video description to get $50 off your first course. Just try it out. If you don't like it, if it's not for you, you get your money back guaranteed for up to 14 days. So it's a win-win. You can't lose here. Let's go.
I said, I don't care who won state last year. I am winning state all 4 years. I won state all 4 years, and I still have all the Illinois state records.
Dang. Coming into high school? Or what?
High school.
Coming into high school. So as an 8th grader?
As an 8th grader.
Boy.
I was like, I don't care who won.
Crazy.
I was like, tell me who won. Who? Point them out. Show me.
Show. What school?
Show me. And I was like, I don't care.
So freshman year, won state?
Freshman, I won city, I won state. I want to say, did I set some records? I think I set some records.
You probably did.
Second, sophomore year, won city state. Like junior year, senior year.
That's crazy.
I think one of my memorable, and just because she's an amazing athlete, was when I beat Jackie Joyner's long jump record. And I was like, I don't care.
High school or what?
High school.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Yeah.
Long jump.
Long jump.
You can hop too?
I got skills.
Dang. That's why we need to be coming over there and getting you. Run track and come over here. And we just pass the ball up the court.
Yeah. I played basketball too. And then I got in 7th grade. I was like, ooh, these girls are big. I'm going to stick to volleyball. I'm just going to stick to volleyball and track. I was like,
Yeah, they
There's
get
some
little
tall
big,
girls.
little
Yes,
tall,
little
get
thick. I was
big,
like,
thick, you know.
And I was like, okay, look at me, my little slender self.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Were you all-stater in volleyball?
Yeah.
Me too. Oklahoma, all-state, baby. Hey. Girl, I was so in love with basketball and so focused. I didn't even play in the all-state game for volleyball. For what?
I love volleyball.
It was
I
fun.
love volleyball.
My team was not good, but it was very fun.
No, let me tell you something. The women that I played with in volleyball, I still remember it to this day. It was the school, and this is the school my sister went to. She went to Whitney Young, so they were known for like basketball, and so that's what she went there. Those girls used to talk so much mess, and so we played them. We were playing them at our school, and Aaron was our middle hitter, middle blocker, and they were talking mad stuff across the court, and I was like, Aaron,
Volleyball?
go get them. So she went up for ace, a kill. The girl tried to block it. Her whole finger bent sideways. I was like, hit it, Aaron, hit it. But yeah, it was, I think I loved volleyball because even though track was considered a team sport, it's still very individualized. So I loved the energy and being on the court and having those explosive spurts. Yeah. If you want to say. Yeah. And just coming to the middle and be like, yeah.
That's fun.
It's fun.
It's fun. Volleyball's fast too.
It's fast.
You think like some other sports are fast, like basketball, whatever. Volleyball is fast. You can be 15 and up to 0 real
Quick.
2 minutes.
Quick.
Don't even know what happened.
Yeah.
Ricochet, balls going everywhere.
Yeah.
Super fun. What was I gonna ask? I wanted to talk about the confidence it took to run track, and it's just you, right? It's a team sport, but it's just you out there training your times, your jumps, your distances, whatever, versus like volleyball or a basketball sport where it's team. You can be terrible and we can still win.
Well, this is the thing too, and I think track gives you the best of both worlds.
Okay.
I'm able to focus in and hone in on my individual goals, but I'm collectively running and winning too to do what's best for the team.
Okay. Explain how the points and all that work, because I have no clue.
So it's like 10, was it 10-8, 10-8-6, 10-8-6, 7? Shh, don't get me to lie. It's been some years. But it, I think it goes like, is it 8? I guess you get 10 points, 6 points, 2 points, what? But it drops down. But you're going and winning. I remember one year we won track. We won because I had 40 points because I had 4 events, and that's 40 points right there. But it is a thing of like, I'm collectively, like I said, running to get better, running to get faster, but I do overall want my team to win. So you think about it, especially let's go back to college. You got like conference, regionals, NCAA championships. On the professional level, it's world championships or Olympics, and it's more so you're doing it for your country. So that's even more like bigger. And getting those medal counts and winning. So I think it's the best. Track can give you the best of both worlds.
Okay.
Because I'm out there, I'm doing it for me, but I'm also doing it for the team. I'm collectively doing it for everyone.
Yeah, I forgot about that part. It is a point system, so it is a team. So you ran your events were the 100, 200, and then is it long jump as well?
Yeah. So
college?
if you think about 1, 2, 4 long jump.
1, 2, 400, 400. Girl, no.
I love the 400.
Boy, I ran that 400 in high school. I about threw up at the line every time before the gun went off. I'm like, boom! I just win because I was long and fast, but I wasn't not a track person.
A lot of my younger races, or when I made teams, were for the 400.
Oh, that's hard.
Yeah, I always had, and I can attribute this to my coach from high school. And I didn't have to run the 400 until junior year. And I remember him telling me, Coach Calhoun, he was like, if you want to get faster in that 200, get faster in your 100, get stronger in your 2, get stronger in your long jump. He said, you're going to have to run this 400.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And so for me, it was, okay, I want to get faster. I want to get stronger. So I'm not going to say it was a sacrifice, but I'm going to man up, woman up, and do what I need to do so I can get faster and get stronger.
How does running the 400 translate to the 100 and 200?
So 200, you are able to hold your speed longer coming off the curb and be able to kick when you need to. 100, you're just able to have that strength from start to finish.
Okay. Yep.
And so your 100 can help your 400 as well, because in high school, I think my race strategy was like, okay, you're going to get out, sprint the first 100, maintain the backstretch. If you see someone, pick them up. Same thing coming on the curb. Once you hit that 250 mark, You're going to pick that pace up a little bit, and then coming off the curb to that 300 mark, you're going to lift them knees up. Baby, I got pictures with my whole head is back, and I'm just like...
Gone.
Woo. Form was ugly. Moving. But it was just like, so that strategy. But I was able to have that same kick when I did my 100, my 200. Be strong in my finish. Hold my body position, because you're holding your body position for 300, 350 meters. Like keeping that, you know, your that great form. So, yeah. It's not a sacrifice. You have to be willing to do what it takes. Not in a crazy, psychotic, or like stepping over people.
Yeah.
But internally, do what it takes to get the job done. And so having my mom, having those sports, having those coaches, it's like now in life, I'm just like, okay, no. I have to do what it takes to get, like, you gonna have to step up, and you may have to do something you didn't want to do. So, like, for instance, I remember when I retired, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna just chill. That got boring real quick.
Girl.
So I was like, oh, okay, I'll go and, like, sub, which I love that. My mom and I come from a family of teachers.
Okay.
So I was like, I'll go and sub. And then you're like, okay, I need to really look for, like, a real job. And so for me, during that month, those months, it was like, what do you want to do? Okay, you don't know what you do. You went and got I did interviews, killed them, crushed them. I was like, it's corporate America for me. Can I get back to you in a week? I think on this offer. But in the interim, it's like, bills come.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, I'm a sub, I'm going to do Uber, I'm a Lyft, I'm going to do... You just... Understanding that this is not the entirety of your life, and you're just in this stage, and you have to, my mom say, you have to do, your bills come. You got to do what you have to do to get that, and then continue to move. So, I don't know. I move like that. I think like that.
Just keep it going. Keep looking forward.
Keep looking forward. Keep your feet moving. Just keep your feet moving. Keep your feet moving. What about you?
What's up?
Like what like just your whole philosophy when it comes to life, or like how you move and how you think and how you see life, because you've gone through several transitions even yourself.
Yeah. I mean, I think I have the same or similar philosophy, is just trying to figure out what's my next best move. Trying to get the information, if I have to Google it, if I have to ask people for it, and just really trying to figure out what I want, and trying to figure out what's the blueprint, who has it, how do I get there? And always, for me, always chasing, I'm always chasing something. I'm a big visionary, I'm a big dreamer. There's no time in my life I don't have a goal. I always want, like being a young girl, I always wanted to, I guess, not playing the WNBA because I didn't know what it was, but I always wanted to be the best basketball player I could. And so I've always been like that. But also in the last 3 years, you know, my mom passed, and so it's been the same, and I have more urgency to get to where I think I'm going. I don't necessarily know what my purpose is. I want to figure that out. If I had a wish from a genie, that's what I would ask. What am I supposed to be doing? So I can hurry up and do that and start doing it more, you know? What I think my purpose is making an impact for sure and helping people. Where I'm at right now, I really want to help. I'm passionate about helping people with finances, because that's been an issue for me throughout my whole career, professional career. I didn't make a lot of money playing professional basketball for 8 years, giving my whole life to the game. I didn't make a lot of money. And then after that, retirement and trying to figure out what I wanted to do, it was a struggle bus, trying different businesses, basketball development, all those things. And I'm like, man, there's got to be a better way, especially for people that have an expertise, or especially for athletes in general that transition is tough for a lot of us. From making money to like not making any, and like you said, is corporate for me, or it's such a different lifestyle than what we are used to, especially if we played professional sports longer.
Yeah.
You know, so.
Yeah, I think that's something that I hope, and you talk about purpose, maybe it's me working with people or you working with people and organizations, especially now there's so much behind women in sports and wanting them to be able to excel, but to preparing people earlier for that transition. Mm-hmm. Not getting to the transition and you're like, what am I supposed to do?
Stuck.
We need to start preparing athletes, especially those where the sport, maybe you're not getting as paid as much. You're not making millions. This is not football. This is not basketball. Mm-mm. This is not baseball. This is not golf. This is not tennis. And those, even when you get into the nuances of those, it's like, that's even smaller, like golf and tennis. Mm-hmm. But it's being able to prepare people to transition. What do you want to do when you're done running? What do you want to do when you're finished playing this sport? What do you want to do when, let's say because injury could be around the corner.
It was always around my corner. Always hurt, dang.
But it's something to
It's
you
real.
literally could get injured and that is it. What do you want to do? That's even when you have athletes who leave college early or leave high school and don't go to college. Mm-hmm. You need to have a plan. That may be your path, but to use some of that money and that finance to take classes, whether it's online or going up to the schools that's in your area and taking 1 or 2 courses. Mm-hmm. Because you're not going to do this forever.
Nope.
And you want to have a better chance of being prepared and set up than getting there. And you just like, which to your point is true. A lot of athletes get there and you're just like, well, what am I going to do?
No network, haven't been, network with people.
No, because you're so ingrained and focused on your sport that you're like, I am tunnel vision. So it's like, what then as an association or organization, what networking opportunities then are we creating for that? Mm-hmm. I love to see when I go back to UT and be able to speak or just go in and check and see, they have different networking opportunities, businesses that are coming in, past alums that are coming in to share their experiences, but they're also having where the athletes are giving businesses their resumes because let's be real, how many of us are really going to go professional? Mm-hmm. Not many. That number gets even smaller.
Super small, yeah.
So let's prepare people to be successful.
Yeah, and I think you're right. Earlier is the big key. What was your major in college?
Corporate communications.
Okay. Mine was computer science. So a little tech nerd.
I love it.
I love tech. So I didn't do anything with that for 8 years while I was playing professional basketball. And when you speak about preparing early, like I look back and I'm like, okay, for 8 years, I at least should have been using my time to learn how to code, learn how to do cybersecurity, learn something within the tech.
Keeping up continual education.
Just continuing education. So I could have some skills if in year 2, my body's like, girl, sit down. You got to go back to the States, right? I was so lucky to have 8 years on my knees and stuff. I had a lot of injuries.
I know, basketball players, y'all got some
bad
knees. What is happening? My sister got bad knees and ankles. I'm like, girl, you younger than me.
No, it's basketball. I'm like, I should have been a swimmer. Black swimmer at UT. I could still be doing Tough Mudders right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's one of the big things I regret about my career is not knowing I should be learning, I should be coming home in the summer. We're here for three months, we're training, we're on break, but I should be volunteering. I should be seeing what stuff do I like, what do I not like, connecting with some of these business owners and people that are in the tech industry or in sports. And after 8 years, when I have to, retire, I have my little black book of people I can call and say, hey, I'm retired.
You gonna do it before then?
Yeah.
You were like, I knew. I was like, oh, this is my last year. I was like, my heart wasn't in it. I was like, I don't want to do it. And people even ask me now, they was like, do you miss running? I was like, no, but I miss traveling the world.
Oh my gosh, that's for sure. Yeah.
See, like, but being able to do that, so you're just like, oh, okay. Like, I knew I was like, no, it's time.
Even on the investment, like investments, I love real estate, so I want to do some of that investing. But what if for 8 years, like I had one property, was able to get one property? If I had that information, so there's a lot more educational information than it was when we were, just graduating 21, 22 and going into our professional careers. But what if we knew rookie year, our second year out or something, we need to start getting an investment, some type of investments, right?
Yeah, that's the first thing I did.
A laundromat.
That's the first thing I did.
A car wash. Well, you already knew. Why you ain't tell me?
Girl, I remember my first check I got, I put half of it in investments.
Nice.
I was like, I don't even want to touch that. I don't want to do
like
no.
stocks or what you do?
Yeah.
Nice.
And then I had a property. I'm still sad I sold my property, which I wish I didn't do that here, Austin. But you live and you learn. There was a woman, I can't think of her name. I see her face clear as day, escaping me. Her dad, when she was in college, had bought her some apartment buildings or something. Black girl, apartment buildings like in Indiana. So when she graduated, she was a landlord.
Oh, that's so good.
So things like teaching, what is it? Money acuity, like teaching our children or athletes these things. I even remember when I was running USATF was it Merrill Lynch or somebody would come and like speak to, like they would do rookie, that's what they call it, like rookie, it was your first year, professionally. They at our annual conference, they will have like breakout rooms and sections and things. So I do applaud them on that, but it's like, what does that look like year 3, or being able to help people transition, finding their niche and understanding, okay, if you graduated, what was your degree in? Let's see if I can connect you, like you were saying, connect you with some of the people that may be in your area. And even as an organization, USATF, building that network of individuals to be able to do that.
What are you doing now? What are you focused on now? Where are you going in this 2025?
I have really been drawn to, over the last 5-7 years, especially when I got more involved in my neighborhood association and understanding more about like zoning and infrastructure and I don't want to say the political scene, but more involved in that. Currently, I'm right now, and we have our closing graduation ceremony, the LBJ Women's Campaign School on November 16th. And that started back in March, I want to say March.
Campaign school?
Yeah.
What is that?
So you are learning how to run a campaign, what it takes to run a campaign, how does it look to run for office, whether it's on a local level or a state level, or if you want to be president. Like, I want to say, what was the amount that was raised for, I think we talked to one of the gentlemen that spoke to our class was saying how when President Biden ran or was running, to be elected, he had raised $775 million. Do you know back in the day, to like run to win for like a presidential seat or it was like 300, 500, like it was not a lot. Now you have to have like millions on millions.
Dang, okay.
And that gives you perspective too, and everything. It's like ads and print and TikTok and like all these, now you have layers of things and it's changing daily. It's changing yearly. So even now with all the campaigns that you see on TV and everything, people are going back that have these consulting businesses are going back, okay, like what are some things that we notice that could be beneficial to anyone who comes and looks and is a client of ours that wants to run. So learning the ins and outs of a foundational campaign and what that looks like. And it's nonpartisan, so it's being able to connect with women from all over the U.S. Majority of the women, and we have 2 gentlemen in there.
Hey.
Yes. And it's being able to connect, and each person is bringing a different lived experiences.
Right.
So being able to tap into that and understanding that it's beyond just party lines. Mm-hmm. And looking at it on a human-to-human perspective and seeing our commonality. So I really enjoyed these last couple of months. And time has, flown by. It's gone. Flew by. It's out of here. Let's see. What else am I doing? Just a part of different boards and organizations looking to advocate for, affordable housing here or green infrastructure in the environment. What else? My business. And just trying to stay sane and balanced. I'm big on balance. I tell people all the time, I was like, I'm a introvert posing as an extrovert.
Are you ready to take your career to the next level? If you're in sales and looking for a way to boost your earning potential, becoming a sales engineer with leveled careers might be for you. Sales engineers combine technical expertise with sales skills to help businesses sell complex products and solutions. It's a career path that offers incredible opportunities with average salaries starting around $80,000 and often exceeding to $150,000 per year with experience. The Tech Sales Engineering course is designed specifically for sales professionals like yourself. You'll gain the technical knowledge and skills needed to land your first role, and you can do it without a technical degree or prior experience in engineering. But that's not all. Now, if you like cybersecurity and that's your passion, Leveled Careers also has a cybersecurity masterclass that prepares you for roles like the SOC analyst and security engineer and other high-paying positions in one of the fastest growing fields today, which is cybersecurity. Starting a career in cybersecurity can give you the opportunity to make $100,000 or more. Whether you want to transition into tech sales or cybersecurity, Leveled Careers provide step-by-step guidance, expert-led training, and the tools you need to succeed in these competitive industries. You'll get a community on Discord, interview prep, and resume prep. So don't wait for your dream career to find you. You go find it. Click the link in the description of this video and go get the career you want. Let's go.
But I understand because I love to communicate and connect with people, and I give my all, that in order for my cup to be full or me to be able to do the work, I have to retreat. So I'm like Homer Simpson, going back into
the bushes. That's a good.
You're like, oh, we see you all these meetings this week, and then we slowly just disappear.
That's good.
Yeah, but I love it. I'm passionate about it. It's not like it's not a chore, because I understand that it's bigger than me. And like I said, I'm not saying if I don't do it, no one will do it, but I understand I owe the people that's in my community, in my area, to be able to go. And I'm telling you, I live by what my grandmother says: to whom much is given, much is required. And so I understand the blessings that I've been given, to where I'm like, okay, you're blessed to be a blessing to others. And that's not just financially, but it could be time. It could be connections. It could be network. And so it's understanding that, and it's doing it for the greater good.
Do you see yourself running for any office in the future? Or now?
Maybe. I do. I want to do that. And because, people always tell me all the time, it's like, you can easily talk to anyone. I literally feel like I have a face that says, come and talk to me.
Talk to me. Tell me
Honey,
your whole life story.
been on the train in Chicago, and people just come and just sit down and talk to you, tell you your whole life story. But to me, that's affirming because it's like people feel comfortable. And they know that you're authentic. I tell the people, I'm like, you can know when I'm mad, happy. You gonna know Alexandria. It's no, I'm not hiding who I am, or you will know what mood I'm in or how I feel. And you will know that I'm real. So, yeah. But I want to help people. It's a lot of work to be done.
Yeah. Would it be in a specific area that you are really
I'm not limiting myself.
No.
Cool. I'm not limiting myself.
Cool.
But we got to do it.
Somebody got to do it. You got to do it. I had a pom-poms for you. Girl,
I appreciate that.
Will it be around here? Will it be at home? Okay.
Well, this is home. Austin's home.
Austin's home.
I tell people, I was like, my heart will always be in Chicago. I'm a Chicagoan, Midwest girl through and through. But it's a reason why I stayed here in Austin, why I put roots in Austin, why I go hard for Austin, why I'm here looking to do anything that I can in my capacity.
How do you stay balanced and energized to do all the work that you're doing now with mental health and everything?
Girl, I have a therapist. I have a therapist. I have a Reiki coach, instructor. I go do yoga. I hang out with friends. I have 2 amazing dogs that I love so much.
Yeah.
Sage and Chewy. And they keep...
Chewy. Sage and Chewy.
That keep
troublemakers. I can see them now.
But they are, let me tell you something. Anyone that meets them is like, your dogs are so amazing. They're just so loving. They're the best cuddle buddies.
Yeah.
And so that's how I stay sane. And sometimes, like, I love movies. So, going to see movies or, what is it? Netflix and chilling. By myself.
I love it too. What's the latest movie you've seen? At a theater.
I just saw Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice 2.
I heard that was out. Is it
I
good?
can't wait to. It was. I can't wait to see Wicked.
Okay.
I'm trying to think what else. My show, and I'm so sad. I always get sad when shows like the season ends. So then I prolong watching the last episode. But Only Murders in the Building. I love that show. I love Steve Martin. And
series? It's a series?
Yes, it's a series on Hulu.
I haven't seen it.
Abbott Elementary.
I've heard of it. I have heard of that. It's good?
It is.
It's a funny.
Yeah, Bob's Burgers.
Yeah, Bob's Burgers. I watched that. It's actually funny.
It's hilarious. And we grew up on cartoons, so I literally can sit there and watch cartoons.
Okay.
But it's something where it's like my mind just shuts off.
Yep. Yeah, for sure.
And I'm just there with the dogs, chilling.
It's good. That's good. I don't do that enough anymore. I'm just working and
Be
making
still.
content and
Be still. People ask like, what are you gonna do? Especially like after, I was helping friends canvas and phone banking and writing postcards and all this stuff. Just getting out, being involved. People are like, oh, what are you gonna do for the holidays? I was like, I'm gonna sleep.
I will be asleep.
Or I'm just gonna be chilling.
Yes, that's a vacation now.
Let me tell you something. Be still. I really want to sit down and read. I have so many books that I purchased this year, and got some more yesterday from a gentleman, a neighbor, Chris Page. He and I, were pole greeting yesterday, and he told me some books, and I was like, okay, let me go order these books. I'll eventually read them. But I do want to just sit and be still and just read and reflect and just
woosah.
Yeah.
Woosah.
What about you?
What do I do whenever I actually force myself to slow down? I like to go to a Korean spa. I'll take off to Dallas or
A who spa?
Korean spa.
What?
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm for the spa facials and massages. Shoot, I need to get a massage.
Well, it ain't a real glamorous one, but so like they have one in Houston called Gangnam, and then they have one in Dallas. I forgot the name of it. Chicago has one too. I always go to. But the Korean spa, so they'll have like a co-ed area where they have all these different type of rooms of therapy, like a Himalayan salt room, an oxygen room. There's this room. It was funny. There was this room that had like these cork cubes on the ground, and you could just lay in there. It's like a different sensory feeling. Like you just lay in there, relax. So they have created these different therapy rooms. But then when you go gender specific, like on the lady side or whatever, there is the cold tub, hot tub, steam room, massages, just where you can just chill and hang out. And like hydrotherapy, like water therapy. And I can be in there all day. I can be in there all day. It literally will take me probably 2 hours to like really calm down and like don't be thinking about work or anything that I have to do to start to enjoy the whole place. And I love not having nothing to do. I go in there and the sun is shining and it's hot in Texas. I come out and it's dark. It's late.
That's beautiful.
I love it. I love it. So like that's like spas and stuff like that for my body, and then kayaking, getting outdoors. I like to go fishing. I never catch nothing. I just go feed the fish. I just go feed the fish, the worms. Have me a little sippy sip, and just be thankful. It's crazy. I am so thankful for life. I'm so excited for life and thankful to wake up with my eyes open. I've never really thought about me having another chance. And when I wake up, I'm supposed to be here, right? If it's not a day of rest, I'm supposed to be here. There's some impact I have to give. So I never really felt that way before my mom passed. Like after my mom passed, I just saw life so differently and relationships so differently, you know? Yeah.
Community. That's actually how we live longer.
Mm-hmm.
It's been proven. I need to go to one of those, the blue zones.
What's a blue zone? What you mean?
Where the super centenarians I'm going to be a super centenarian. I keep claiming it in the name of Jesus. But those are the areas where people tend to live longer, be happier. And there's some here in the U.S., they're in Asia, you know, they're in Europe. And like, yeah, it's just, I tell people, and it gives me perspective. Even with working with my older clients, I'm like, I know I'm going to slow down. I'm okay with that. I just want to keep moving. And so and I think it's a different mindset because there's so much research and so much knowledge at our fingertips that our generation or younger generations and even the generations above us, we take and look at health and wellness in a different aspect than our grandparents. Even though my great aunt just passed away, she was 97. My grandfather is 92. His brother is 95 or 97.
Wow.
His wife is like a year older, whatever age. You know, I have two other aunts that are in their 90s on my mom's side. I was like, hello, genes.
Dang.
But
So good.
yeah, being like aware of that and wanting to age gracefully and be able to move. You see the women that's like in their 60s and 70s and 80s on Instagram lifting weights. I'm like, that's gonna be me.
Girl, they doing more than me. They move faster than I do.
Nah, I can't say that. No, like,
they getting me.
But to just be like, be able to move and to be active and take care of our bodies.
Yeah, we really got to, for sure.
We only get one.
I only get one, and I need a couple new knees already. What's been the hardest challenge for you or adversity over the last year?
I think the hardest challenge for me is, even though I believe that everything happens for a reason, being able to let go. and being able to move in that space and embracing that and not being fearful. And it's changing my mindset. The last, I want to say since, it's been almost a year since December, really pouring into myself and figuring out what does Alexandria want? What does she need? What are, like you said, am I living my purpose? Praying about it. I did a whole psychedelic session with my therapist about that, figuring out like tapping into that on a deeper level.
Yeah.
And I know that's not for everybody, but it was amazing.
Good.
But being okay with that and moving in the space of it's self-love and self-care. Because I think sometimes for women, especially, or, women identifying, that it can be hard. We're supposed to put on the face, the smiling face, or like do this, move and keep the family together and work the job and do all these things, and everything has to be okay. And for me, it's like, okay, this is not okay. Mm-hmm. What do I want? What does this look like? How am I going to move in the future? Am I living my purpose? Being open, because what's the saying? Be careful of what you ask for and what you wish for.
Yeah.
And so really being opening. I think that wasn't the hardest thing for me this year, but it was something new for me this year. Mm-hmm. Because I am, when you talk about being a visionary, I'm a visionary, but I'm also like an implementer. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, and being just like, letting it go. Not saying you letting it just be up there for, to the wind and seeing how everything, let me throw the spaghetti, see if it sticks. Mm-hmm. No, because I have a plan, but it's like moving in the space of not trying to control everything and being able to pivot and being open to what's coming my way and what lessons am I supposed to learn, mm-hmm. how am I supposed to grow, and just saying yes.
Yeah.
So I'm excited. I'm excited about the last, well, now it's been 10 months of my life. I've been super enthusiastic about it, and it hasn't been easy, mm-hmm. but it's been worth it. And so, next week I'm cutting my hair. Like we're
doing this.
Let's go. Let's embrace it. Be excited about 2025 and what the future holds, and just being open.
That's good. That's hard in itself for a lot of people, me included. Just being open for what's coming your way and knowing that it's for you.
Yeah,
something is for you.
Accepting the good, the bad, the indifferent, the ugly. Like, I'm here for it.
What would you like anybody that has watched this podcast today to take away from the podcast?
That's a good question. One, believe in yourself. Give yourself grace. Know that everyone, and even yourself, are majority of the time just doing the best that they can. Mm-hmm. Understand that determination and drive comes from within. And people and individuals will gravitate to that. And it's something that you practice every day, especially if it's not something that you grew up or raised or born with. But to just be driven, be determined for anything that's going to be coming your way. And it's not going to be easy, And if I have that mindset or that understanding that it's not going to be easy, that's already half the battle. Because then I know there are going to be days when I want to do it, days that I don't want to do it. But I don't know. Be the best human being that you can be. Because that's what we need right now.
That's good. That's good. Alex, thanks for being on the show. This is fun.
No, I love you. You're my friend.
You definitely got to come back, and we got to talk about some other stuff.
We can talk about, honey, we can talk about a whole bunch of stuff. I'm here for that, and I want to support you.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Hi, 10. Ooh, look at her kicks. You get them?
Let me show this whole outfit, because you know I love fashion.
Yes. Thank you. All right, you guys. Stats to Assets, we're out. See you when I see you. Peace.